chocolate cake. Just the mention of it can make your mouth water and your heart skip a beat. It's more than just a dessert. It's a symbol of celebration, comfort, and joy. Just the words themselves evoke a sense of warmth and indulgence. Imagine a cozy kitchen, the air filled with the rich, inviting aroma of chocolate. Friends and family gather around, sharing stories and laughter, each bite of cake bringing them closer together. It's a timeless classic that brings smiles to faces young and old. From children's birthday parties to grandparents' anniversaries, chocolate cake has a way of making every occasion special. It's a universal favorite that transcends generations. Baking a chocolate cake is a rewarding experience. The process itself is almost therapeutic. As you mix the ingredients, you can feel the anticipation building. The act of combining flour, sugar, cocoa, and eggs becomes a dance, a ritual that promises something wonderful at the end. The aroma that fills your kitchen as it bakes is simply divine. It's a scent that wraps around you like a warm hug, making your home feel even more inviting. It's a smell that promises comfort and delight, a prelude to the deliciousness that awaits. And then there's the first bite, a moment of pure chocolatey bliss. The cake is moist and rich, the chocolate flavor deep and satisfying. It's a taste that lingers, making you savor every morsel. Each bite is a reminder of why chocolate cake is so beloved. This recipe is for a simple yet delicious chocolate cake. It's perfect for those who want to enjoy the pleasures of baking without spending hours in the kitchen. With just a few basic ingredients, you can create a cake that's both easy to make and incredibly tasty. It's perfect for beginners or those short on time. Even if you're new to baking, this recipe is straightforward and foolproof. And if you're juggling a busy schedule, you'll appreciate how quickly it comes together. In no time at all, you'll have a homemade chocolate cake that's ready to impress. But don't let its simplicity fool you. The taste is out of this world. The combination of rich chocolate and tender cake is a match made in heaven. It's a dessert that feels luxurious and indulgent, yet it's made with ingredients you probably already have in your pantry. So, let's gather our ingredients and embark on this baking adventure together. Whether you're baking for a special occasion or just because, this chocolate cake is sure to bring joy to your table. So preheat your oven, grab your mixing bowl, and let's get started on creating a cake that's as delightful to make as it is to eat. First, we'll measure out our flour, sugar, and cocoa powder. These are the building blocks of our cake, the foundation of its rich flavor and tender crumb. Next, we'll crack a few eggs into a bowl, their golden yolks adding richness and moisture to our batter. As we mix these ingredients together, we'll add a splash of milk and a drizzle of oil. These liquids help to bind everything together, creating a smooth, luscious batter that's ready to be transformed into cake. The act of mixing is almost meditative, a moment to lose yourself in the rhythm of the spoon. Once our batter is ready, we'll pour it into a prepared cake pan, smoothing the top with a spatula. This is where the magic happens, where our simple ingredients come together to create something extraordinary. As the cake bakes, it will rise and transform, filling our kitchen with that irresistible chocolate aroma. We'll keep an eye on our cake as it bakes, watching as it rises and turns a beautiful deep brown. The anticipation builds with each passing minute, the promise of that first bite growing ever closer. And when the cake is finally done, we'll let it cool before slicing into it, revealing its moist, tender crumb. Serving the cake is a moment of triumph, a chance to share the fruits of our labor with those we love. Each slice is a testament to the joy of baking, a reminder of the simple pleasures that can be found in the kitchen. So let's dig in and enjoy every bite of our homemade chocolate cake, savoring the sweetness of the moment. As we share this cake with friends and family, we create memories that will last a lifetime. The laughter, the smiles, the shared moments of delight, these are the things that make baking so special. So here's to chocolate cake, and to the joy it brings to our lives. Let's bake, share, and savor every delicious moment together. Before we begin, let's ensure we have all our ingredients at the ready. Like a painter with their palette, a baker needs their key components. For this recipe, you will need castor sugar, unsalted butter, softened, eggs, plain flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, vanilla extract, and milk. Each ingredient plays a crucial role in creating the perfect texture and flavor. Remember, quality ingredients yield the best results. Opt for good quality cocoa powder to enhance the chocolatey richness. Now that we have our ingredients, let's prepare our equipment. Having the right tools makes baking a breeze. You'll need 2 mixing bowls, one for the dry ingredients and one for the wet. A whisk and a spatula are essential for combining everything together. Measuring cups and spoons ensure accuracy, which is key in baking. Finally, you'll need 2 round cake tins. Grease and line them with parchment paper to prevent sticking. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In a large bowl, cream together the softened butter and castor sugar until light and fluffy. This step is crucial for creating a cake with a light and airy texture. Next, crack the eggs into a separate bowl and whisk lightly. Add them to the butter-sugar mixture, one at a time, mixing well after each addition. Beating the eggs properly ensures they are evenly incorporated, contributing to the cake's rise. Section 5. Baking to Golden Glory. Today we embark on a delightful journey to create a cake that is not only delicious, but also a feast for the eyes. Baking is an art that requires precision, patience, and a touch of love. Let's dive into the process step by step. In another bowl, sift together the plain flour, cocoa powder, and baking powder. This step is crucial as it ensures that all the dry ingredients are well combined and free of lumps. Sifting also helps to incorporate air into the mixture, which is essential for a light and fluffy cake. Sifting aerates the dry ingredients, resulting in a lighter cake. The importance of this step cannot be overstated. It not only helps in achieving the perfect texture, but also ensures that the baking powder is evenly distributed, which is key to a uniform rise. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet mixture, alternating with the milk, and mix until just combined. This method, known as the alternating method, helps to prevent the batter from becoming too dense. By adding the dry ingredients in stages, you allow the batter to absorb the flour more evenly. Avoid overmixing as it can make the cake tough. Overmixing develops the gluten in the flour, which can result in a dense and chewy texture. Instead, mix just until the ingredients are combined and no streaks of flour remain. Pour the batter evenly into the prepared cake tins. Ensuring that the batter is evenly distributed is important for even baking. You can use a spatula to smooth the top and make sure the batter is level. Gently tap the tins on the counter to release any large air bubbles. This step helps to eliminate any trapped air pockets that could cause uneven baking or large holes in the finished cake. Place the tins in the preheated oven and bake for approximately 20 minutes. Baking times can vary depending on your oven, so it's always a good idea to check for doneness a few minutes before the timer goes off. You can do this by inserting a toothpick into the center of the cake. If it comes out clean, the cake is done. Once baked, remove the cakes from the oven and let them cool in the tins for about 10 minutes. This allows the cakes to set and makes them easier to handle. After 10 minutes, transfer the cakes to a wire rack to cool completely. Cooling the cakes on a wire rack prevents the bottoms from becoming soggy and ensures even cooling. Once the cakes are completely cool, it's time to frost them. You can use your favorite frosting recipe, whether it's a classic buttercream, a rich chocolate ganache, or a light and airy whipped cream. Spread a generous layer of frosting on the top of one cake, then place the second cake on top and frost the entire cake. For the final touch, you can decorate your cake with fresh berries, mint leaves, or even edible flowers. This not only adds a burst of color, but also enhances the flavor and presentation of your cake. And there you have it, a cake baked to golden glory, ready to be enjoyed by all. Baking is more than just a culinary skill. It's a way to bring people together and create lasting memories. Whether you're baking for a special occasion or just because, the joy of sharing a homemade cake is truly unmatched. So roll up your sleeves, preheat your oven, and let's bake to golden glory. Section 6. The Cooling Interlude. Once baked, a skewer inserted into the center of the cakes should come out clean. Allow the cakes to cool in the tins for about 10 minutes. This prevents them from breaking when handled. After 10 minutes, carefully invert the cakes onto a wire rack to cool completely. Cooling the cakes completely before frosting prevents the frosting from melting and creating a soggy mess. Section 7. The Art of Frosting. Frosting a cake is not just a step in the baking process, it's an art form that can elevate your dessert to a whole new level. Whether you're a seasoned baker or a novice, mastering the art of frosting can make your cakes look as good as they taste. While the cakes cool, let's prepare the frosting. Cooling the cakes is crucial because frosting a warm cake can cause the frosting to melt and slide off. So, patience is key here. A simple buttercream frosting complements this chocolate cake perfectly. Buttercream is a versatile frosting that can be flavored and colored in countless ways. It's smooth, creamy, and easy to work with, making it a favorite among bakers. You can find countless buttercream recipes online, each with its own unique twist. Some recipes call for adding a splash of vanilla extract, while others suggest incorporating melted chocolate or even a hint of coffee for a mocha flavor. The possibilities are endless. But remember, the key is to beat the butter and icing sugar together until light and fluffy. This step is crucial because it ensures that your frosting is smooth and airy, which makes it easier to spread and gives it a delightful texture. Once your cakes are completely cool, use a serrated knife to level the tops if necessary. Leveling the cakes ensures that your layers stack evenly, which is important for both the appearance and stability of your cake. This ensures even layers when you frost the cake. Uneven layers can cause your cake to tilt or collapse, so taking the time to level them is well worth the effort. Now spread a generous layer of frosting on one cake layer. Use a spatula to spread the frosting evenly, making sure to cover the entire surface. This layer of frosting acts as the glue that holds your cake layers together. Top with the other layer, aligning it carefully to ensure that the sides are even. Press down gently to secure the layers together, and frost the entire cake. Start by applying a thin layer of frosting, known as the crumb coat, to seal in any loose crumbs. Then apply a thicker layer of frosting, smoothing it out with a spatula or a cake scraper. Take your time to achieve a smooth, even finish. For a professional touch, you can use a piping bag to add decorative details. Whether it's simple swirls or intricate designs, piping can add a beautiful finishing touch to your cake. Finally, don't forget to add any additional decorations, such as sprinkles, edible flowers, or chocolate shavings. These little touches can make your cake truly special and personalized. And there you have it, a beautifully frosted cake that's ready to impress. Whether it's for a special occasion or just a treat for yourself, mastering the art of frosting can make every cake a masterpiece. Section 8. Decorating your masterpiece. Decorating the cake is where you can unleash your creativity. You can keep it simple with a dusting of cocoa powder or get fancy with sprinkles, chocolate shavings, or fresh fruit. Let your imagination run wild. Remember, the most important ingredient in baking is love, so put your heart into it and enjoy the process. Section 9. Sharing the sweet reward. Congratulations, you've baked a delicious chocolate cake. Now it's time to share this delightful treat with your loved ones. Brew a pot of tea, gather your friends and family, and savor the flavor of your homemade creation. Remember, baking is a journey, and every cake tells a story. I encourage you to try this recipe and share your own baking story with me. Happy baking!